Can y'all hear me? There we go.
Oh, wow. Did you second it?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you fine. How are you, sir?
Oh, good. Wow. Good in your voice. Oh, there he is.
What's going on?
Oh, the election, man. Oh my God, man.
Our time
Woo.
flies.
I know, man. It's a blessing to talk here for y'all, man. Man, I always say this, man. We go back, man. We go back to school, man. We go back to Westchester University, man. I did the step show. The step show, man.
Close to 20 years, right?
I know. But that time flies, man. Time flies so fast, man. Like, you know, that's a blessing.
You're doing your thing too, man. It seems like you found your purpose and you're really enjoying yourself and you fell into it. So I'm glad you're doing your thing, man. Proud of you.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man.
Hold on, Ron, let me go grab my coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
I think we're live. Good morning, afternoon.
Hey, yeah. Hey. Wow. Look at this, man. Wow.
It's been a minute, right?
I know. Wow. Like, wow. Yes. We had that philosophy class together.
Yeah.
The freshman year.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. I sent you a little message just saying that we were going to pop on a few minutes late. We had a little dog issue. We just got a puppy, and he
nice.
He has to be cleaned up after quite a bit. So yeah, sorry for the lateness.
Right, that's all right. It's all good. It's all good.
Are you able to hear us? Okay. Is it internet issues?
It's okay. It's okay so far. It's a little bouncy, but it's okay so far. It's okay.
All right, let me give me 2 seconds. I'm going to make sure that it's okay totally. So let me just get something to fix that.
Okay.
My apologies. Did she mute me? All right. Whew. Needed that.
Right.
I'm telling you, this interview would have been trash if I didn't have that. So we are, trust me, we are going to be in a much better place now.
Yes. Yes.
You'll get actual.
I'm trying to navigate through this, so it's new for me too. So
yeah. Well, we're live on Facebook, right?
Yes, you're on Facebook on page. Yep. Yes.
Okay, good. And will you be saving it and recording it? So
I'm recording it right now. Recording it. Yep, it's on live Facebook right now. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Awesome.
All right. Yeah. So first of all, I want to thank you both for y'all to be on this show because I have admired y'all from a distance. With your marriage, your story, your awesome pictures y'all take. I want to probably thank y'all for being an example of a Black couple, a married couple that's been doing it for years and years because I'm about to go in that phase myself. because I'm engaged.
We saw that. Congratulations.
So,
That's
congratulations.
awesome.
Yeah, so I'm getting married in 2 months to Fatima Smith. So
2 months. That's quick.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I got time to play, man. I don't.
Yeah,
I can dig it. I can dig it.
When you know,
We getting
you
old.
know. When you know, you know.
Yeah, you know, and, love is no timetable. So I believe that. So
Absolutely.
yeah, plus March
Don't take
25th,
too
a
long.
year. So so it's been a blessing. It's been awesome experience. Before I get started, I want to give thanks to Jacob because I mentioned on the show that today Monday I celebrate 8 years of Patty Grahams being born, and you was at the first workshop. And I commend you I thank you so much for being there and taking a chance on me because now we've been on this those about 8 years now. So you was only one that's like about 3 minutes I was there that day. You know what I mean? You, Sterling, another guy that was there. But I thank you for taking a chance on me because that was something that from God. I just reached out to you because I didn't know presence at that time. So
No problem, man. I saw that you were doing something positive for the kids, and I'm always all for that. So if as long as I have the time and God has it on my heart, I don't have a problem with it at all. So congratulations to you, 8 years strong. 8 years strong. So it's definitely an achievement to say the least.
It lasts about 10 years, 2 years. So hopefully we can all get together.
You'll make it.
Have
You'll make it.
reunion. So like the 10-year anniversary, maybe school, go back to the school and start a talk. About 10 years later. But they what's been doing. So like I said, I admire both of y'all for your marriage, your family, and what y'all doing in the city of Philadelphia and other what's around the world. And I know we went to school together, but can you tell the audience here that's watching us, how did y'all meet? I know y'all met at Western University, but how did y'all decide to say, look, let's get together, see what happens with this?
So do you want the true story or do you want Rasheeda's version? Because I can give you the true version.
Well, maybe not go into so much detail.
No, it's fine. So we met in 2000.
Yeah.
Fall. We met originally in fall in the fall of 2000. We actually became acquainted. I was on the board of the BSU, so we were introducing our board to the campus, and she just happened to come, and she just was one of the freshmen there that happened to come to the event. But we didn't actually meet there. We met in so BSU at the time was creating a mentorship program. They were creating a
Technology for y'all. So hold on a second, y'all.
I was assigned to her to be a mentor, and actually, due to me getting involved in Phi Beta Sigma, I was kind of off the grid for and let me know if you can't hear me because I see some things going on the screen.
You good.
I was off the grid for a little bit, and so it took about a year after that event to reconnect again, truly, because she actually moved to my dorm. So she moved to my dorm the next year, unbeknownst to either of us.
Your dorm?
Yeah, I was there already.
I moved to Schmidt. Okay,
that's where I was.
They just happened to be.
That was my third year there. That was my dorm. Like I was already living there.
I moved to the same dorm that he lived in, and we were exactly one floor.
Her room was right below my room.
Yeah, same number, just one floor below. So that was our second meeting.
Right. So fast forward.
We had a couple classes together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So and so you fast forward to February of 2001.
Mm-hmm.
February 2002 is when we actually started
kind of dating.
Yeah, dealing with each other, commencing a relationship, and in August of 2002 we made it official. So that's the high level. That's the high level story of how we met.
But
how we got together.
What I want to highlight in that is that we knew each other for 2 years before we officially started to date.
Right.
So we were able to build a friendship because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah.
which helps tremendously even to this day to be able to reflect on that, because I think a lot of times people jump into relationships and it's all lust and they barely know each other, right? So we established a friendship over 2 years prior to actually ever getting into a relationship, and I think that's why, while when things get difficult, you know what I mean, I think we can always harken back to that, and neither one of us, I think, truly wants to see the other person hurt, because at the end of the day, we are friends outside of all of this. So you know what I mean. So it helps tremendously.
Well spoken about that. So y'all was dating at the time. We both all of us graduated from Western University at the time. Fast forward. So Jacob, what made you decide to propose to Rasheeda for marriage? I know that's a long thing for men. So what made you decide to say that Rasheeda was the one for you?
When I realized that I couldn't see my life without her. Right, when a lot of the any success I was having was linked back. She was there. All of the moments that were important, like when my brother passed away, she was there. When I graduated from college, she was there. When I bought my first car, she was there. Got my first real job, she was there. So all of these things, we shared these moments together, and I realized that I want to continue to share these moments together. I don't want to, like all these things. I would like to have her by my side for all of them. So, once I came to that determination, marriage was easy, and I guess by social standards, we got married kind of young. I was 27, you was 25. Right, so we got married. We got married kind of young, but I mean, like you said, when you know, right? And I don't need 30 years to determine whether or not someone's the right one for me. You know what I mean? If they make me happy, if I see myself growing in my life and my life getting better as a result, then you make a move. You don't wait forever.
Yes, that's how I felt about Fatima. I just knew then that I couldn't see my life without her, and I knew that but we've been together for about almost 10 months now. So I knew about August that she was the one for me. So actually, I got the ring in August. I had the ring on for like 4 months because I wanted to do it on where it was white. So I did it on January 1st. So like you said. You see, you can't see this person brings something out of you that you need to deal with that you never dealt with before. So it's brought out different out of me. So do you remember how you proposed to her?
Say that again.
Do you remember how you proposed?
Yeah. Yes. Very, very, very much so.
You got to give the shortened version of that.
So,
I'm sipping my tea.
So once again, I had this big plan in mind I believe it was I know it was in February, so it was about Valentine's Day. So I had this big plan we was gonna go down to the 40-40 club. I remember that was a thing down in AC, and I was gonna propose there.
Now remember, we were 24, 20, 25, and 23 at the time.
Right.
So we were younger.
Right. So I was going to propose there. However, that ended up getting derailed. That ended up
Well, I'll tell on myself.
There you go.
I became suspicious because he would be on the phone late at night with someone, and I'm like, who are you talking to? What are you talking about? And so he was planning with the coworker to figure out to buy the ring and all of that. And so because of that, I became suspicious. So his plans were derailed and he had to bump it up a week.
So I ended up, she ended up going out that night with her girlfriends. And as she was out, me and my line brother had got the house together. Like I got some rose petals, sprinkled them around, and they trailed back to the bedroom.
Oh, who was that?
I mean.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, help me.
I didn't know he was involved in it.
We helped me. He helped me get my house together so that when she got home, it would the mood was right. And then shortly after she arrived home that night, I ended up proposing. And I remember what I said, because I don't even know if she stole it. I don't even know if she knows this, but I stole the line from Martin. And the line was, I've seen my life. No, I know what my life is. I know what my life is with you, and I can't imagine my life without you. So
well, that was a good line from Martin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was what he proposed to Gina.
Yeah. I didn't realize.
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, ideas come from Martin.
Listen, you got to pull from multiple sources. You know what I mean? You never know when a joke gonna get dropped.
So I want to ask Rasheeda a question. Since I know you do a lot what you do now, or architect. I don't know what it's called, but it's something to do with housing design. So
Interior design.
Interior design. See, so in school you didn't major in that at that time. If he was made to be a lawyer or something, I'm not even sure. But what made you get into that?
What was the question again?
What made you get into it?
Oh, what made me get into? Okay. So yes, you're right. In school, my major was something totally different. It was marketing. So I was in the business program at Westchester, concentrate in marketing. And I actually graduated with a degree in marketing, and I worked in that field for 15 years. So I did marketing for insurance companies, everyone from State Farm to Progressive, to my last job was with Chubb. And so it was a great career, but I always felt like I wasn't fulfilling my purpose in life. I always felt as if I was searching for something deeper, something that fulfilled not only myself spiritually, but also could be helpful to others. And I searched for that for a few years. Actually, that was my prayer for many years, for 5 years or so, was, God, help me to figure out what my purpose is. And so in corporate, I was climbing the ladder. I was getting promotions. I went to other companies and made great money, and I still felt like something was missing. And so, God works in mysterious ways. And one day, Jake and I were preparing to sell our house, and we lived in Chester at the time, and we were preparing to buy a new house, which is the house that we're in now in Cheltenham. And I had to stage the house. The real estate agent said, "Can you stage the house for sale?" And we were like, "Well, we can't hire anybody. We don't have the money to do that. So I'll figure out how to do it myself." And I always have been, since a child, decorated my bedroom, paint my dorm room at Westchester was decorated. So it's always been a part of who I was, but not until I staged that house and the real estate agent came back and said, "Oh my gosh, what did you do? It looks amazing." The light bulb went off. So we sold our house in one day, one visit. One person looked at it, bought the house right away. And then we moved into this house, and Jake and I together started to fix it up. And I was designing and doing some of the handiwork, and he was doing most of the heavy lifting. And during that process, I was like, I love this. I love it. And so that was 5 years ago. I made the transition to a full-time designer almost 2 years ago now. And I started the business almost 5 years ago. So I started the business right after that. So yeah, that's the long story.
And if I could just piggyback on that real quick, because we were talking about you never know where your blessings come from. One of the things that was happening as I'm going to say, chronicling the renovations that we were doing on the house. We were posting a lot of pictures of as we were transforming each room. We were posting a lot of pictures. And one of her friends, a friend of her friends, was like, "Hey, does anybody know an amateur interior designer?" Like, she literally asked for an amateur interior designer. She was like, "I want somebody that can help me design my house, but I don't want to spend a ton of money." So Rasheeda's friend, who knew the young lady who was looking for an amateur interior designer, was like, "Well, she's not in the business, but this is what she's done to her house." And she was sending her pictures, and she was like, "Oh, I love it." And and that ultimately, so that young lady or that couple ended up becoming her first clients, and from there the business was born. I would say.
And I say to that, you just have to, one, go for it and just try, and then two, say yes. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody else wants me to design their house. I'm scared. I'm nervous. What if they don't like it? And with lots of preparation, I came with the best that I had, and they said yes. And I charged them pennies. And
And
that
part of
was
that
my
was
first job.
and part of that was she got to spend somebody else's money. So that's always a good time when you get to spend other people's money.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a blessing. You never know. You never know your path. You never know if God's work was still His ways. So I want to speak on question about y'all been married for almost over 10 plus years, and I want to talk about, because I want to talk about marriage, about relationships. How have y'all kept that going? What are your core values in your marriage that y'all still work at it, that make it strong?
What would you say our core values are?
I think our two core values that come to mind is communication is critical.
Open
Even
and honest.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if it, doesn't feel good, it's still critical to communicate and be honest. And then secondly, I would say our friendship sustains us. So those are the two core values that I can think of. And no matter, God forgive me, before I go to even those two, the very first core value is that God should be in the center of it all. And so that has sustained us, because even when we didn't want to put forth the effort needed, God surely intervened and helped us out. So
so faith definitely, but we fight for this. We fight for this marriage thing. It's not easy. It's not a walk in the park. It's not when you meet your soulmate, you don't have to, no, you still gonna fight, you still gonna fuss, you still gonna argue. But at the end of the day, you got to come back to what's important. And what's important is our love for each other, what we mean to each other, what our family means to us. And so because of that, it makes us more willing to fight for our marriage. Till death do us part, through sickness and health, all that good stuff. It's that we come back to that. So
yeah.
Very well said, because I want to learn advice about y'all, what your core values are, because I'm about to step into what y'all doing and like gain wisdom from y'all and just connect with y'all outside of here. Because in the day, I'm for marriage. I'm for marriage, or I'm for work, for fighting for it, especially for our youth coming around up around us, to see marriage in a positive way. That marriage can be cool, could be exciting, even though it's got a lot of work to it. But it could be something attainable. If you get out of yourselves and overcome yourselves and be God will call you to be. So I want to talk about something serious. I know last year with the pandemic, so the justice going on in our country, where there was Floyd and the election and all stuff like that. I know you had two kids, two of them, one's a high school student and one's about I think 11, 10 years old.
Yeah.
I pay attention. So, what have you talked to them about social justice as they get? How you talk to them about that? How to carry themselves? How to be a difference maker? How to use your voice? When things go wrong. So how you talk to them about that?
Well, it's funny that you asked that, because so we grew, and we're all around the same age, right? So we grew up in a generation where it was be seen and don't be heard, right? You didn't ask questions, you just did what your parents said. For the most part, of that was that. Now with social media and the internet and everything that's going on, these kids are engaged. They know what's going on. They know about a lot more. Honestly, they know more, and I'll speak for myself. They know more than we do a lot of times, or they know more than I do a lot of times, and they're bringing us information and they're asking us questions. So, and once again, as open and honest as we are in our marriage, we're open and honest with our children. We speak to them. First of all, we speak to them to never be victims, right? You are not victims. You are you you come from a place of victory, right? Like the battle's already won because you're children of God. So you don't have to worry about whether or not the battle is won. But even with that being said, we do let them know like it's not the same for everybody out there, right? You do have to have your head on a swivel. You do have to watch and manage your surroundings, and you have to you need to know what's going on and be aware. We speak to them very, very candidly, very open and honest, and we just answer the questions based off our experiences as best we can. So but yeah, it's for lack of better words, there's very little sugarcoating in this house when it comes to social justice and social matters. And both of our kids, I think, have carried the mantle in terms of wanting to fight for what's right. And I think that's the biggest.
Yeah.
That's our biggest
sense of pride.
Well, not only is it's our biggest sense of pride, but it's also our biggest worry, right? At least for me, it's a worry in the sense that I don't. While I love the fact I love advocacy. I love advocacy. I said it right one time, so that's good. But I love it because I understand that everybody doesn't know everything. So some people do need people to speak for them. But at the same time, when it's your child trying to advocate for somebody else and they put themselves in harm's danger or harm's way, you want the best for them, and as parents, we still want to protect them. So but yeah, we're very open and honest with the conversations that we have around all these issues.
Yeah. I really don't have anything additional to say, but our children, now they are becoming young adults. We've noticed that they aren't, I don't know, they kind of speak up for themselves. And so, and just, it's interesting to get their viewpoints on some of the things happening, and what they believe in may not even align totally with what we believe in. But we give them the freedom to express their opinion and express how they feel. So yeah, we're really open and honest, and we love talking with them about what's going on. I think it keeps everyone sane, and we let them process it the way that they need to, and just support as needed.
And that's the big thing. I mean, at the end of the day, they are young. They're young adults. They're their own individuals, and I know the saying goes, train up a child train up a child in the way they should go, and in the end, they will never apart. I mean, they won't always depart. So saying that to say, we know that as long as we instill in them good values, whether or not some of their viewpoints and perspectives may differ from ours, at the end of the day, they're going to be good people. And that's all. And that's what we care about, is that we're raising good people at the end of the day, and that they're going to be an asset to society. So yeah, we let them have their own voice in regards to how they feel about things. Now, you do have to be respectful. Yeah. Right? In terms of how you voice your opinion. But at the end of the day, we let them have their own voice. We let them develop their own opinions and their own viewpoints and perspectives, and we nurture that.
Wow, that's very well said, because I know that we never generation that our kids are seeing it live and seeing social media, and so like so I think it's very important. I'm trying to see if we can comments, questions here from Facebook Live,
we're not able to see the Facebook Live.
It's on the one with two Facebook page. The one with two Facebook page.
Okay, all right, we'll pull it up there.
You go there, you see it right there. So
okay, good.
So my question is for y'all. What's next for y'all? What's next for y'all as a couple in terms of your endeavors, your plans? What's next for y'all?
I would say, we will continue to walk in our purpose, both individually and together. And so one of the things that we're both excited about that we're working on together is, not only do we own our own businesses. So you mentioned I'm an interior designer, but my husband is, he's been an entrepreneur for almost 10 years this year. Look at that. And so he owns Gray Insurance Agency. And then together we own a real estate development company called Gray Real Estate Group. So we want to continue to build the Gray empire. And the Gray Real the Gray Real Estate Group merges what we both love, which is real estate, home, all together under one umbrella. And so we're working on the flip property right now, which will hit the market in a month or so. And we'll continue to do that. I mean, what else is next for us?
Last year I started a general contracting company. So we're doing that. So we're doing that now. We're actually working with a client as we speak with a bathroom renovation and a redesign of her second floor. So we're working with her through that, and we're trying to solicit more clients and just grow that aspect of the business. Like she said, grow the empire, but just continue to grow as a couple, right? We're slowly approaching the phase of being empty nesters.
Oh no, don't say that.
Well, listen, we got one with 3 years. I'm counting it
2
down.
years.
Well, he's a sophomore in high school now, so we about 2.5 years with him, and then we have another one who's right.
Oh,
You probably remember when we were expecting our 15-year-old. Probably remember that. So yeah, now he's a sophomore in high school, which is insane.
So every year is like a new and interesting dynamic in our marriage and in our family, because you just, like I said, we see the kids growing up to be their own individuals. They allow us, because they're so independent now, they allow us to kind of get back to who we were pre them, right? So we're rediscovering and redefining ourselves. So it's been interesting. So if I had to say is continue to develop real estate, grow our businesses, and just continue to redefine and get to know ourselves. So that's the next big thing on the agenda. The next big thing is just becoming better as a couple, or getting to know each other even more.
Right, that's most, and I think that's we kind of got constantly evolve and grow and manifest as the years go by. You can't, because things change every day, so you had to continue to be up with the times and make sure that you still communicate with your children, make sure they feel important to you, they feel you're a safe space for them when they're good and going through good times or bad times, especially the times we're living right now. And you spoke about projects you're working on, and one of the things I've been working on, I thought about doing this year. I thought about what we doing last year, but damn it, we didn't do it. I wanted to create a Black love calendar where Black couples and married couples that tell their story and just about their story, their journey. And one of the things couples I wanted to do first was y'all two, because y'all are an example of marriage, of example of growing, knowing your purpose, and manifesting that for your stories, your lives, your pictures, just how much y'all grown from Westchester University, how much y'all grown. And I know y'all was already great back then, but now you're with a whole nother level. Now you're both entrepreneurs, you're both successful, you're both wonderful parents, and I admire that, so, and hopefully that we can talk offline. I definitely want y'all to be part of that calendar, for 2022.
And you just brought up two things. One, we've always wrestled with the idea of some type of vlog or podcast. We even shout out an idea to Facebook to say, like, we were thinking about calling it On the Deck with Rasheeda and Jake, and we would just be on our deck and we would talk about different topics about love and marriage and things like that, and invite special guests. And I was interested, just an idea in my mind, and if anybody steals this, it's on your podcast. It's on your vlog that I had this idea, but call it Dinner With, and sit down to dinner with a couple, with another Black couple, and like you said, and talk to them about their journey and how they got there and some of the trials and tribulations that they dealt with in order to get to where they are. And it's always good to be around other married people because they get it. Other married couples, they relate, they understand, they get it. A lot of times they want the best for you. You want the best for them. So so it helps. So that would be my initial advice to you, is make sure you're surrounded by people who are genuine, who genuinely love you, who love the idea of your marriage, who respect the idea of your marriage, and cultivate those relationships.
Yeah, it's critical. I mean, we saw that transition. You know, we got married young again. So that transition of hanging around your friends that are single, all your friends are single, and trying to move a little bit away from that and align yourself with other married couples was huge for us. It was huge. And married couples that were married longer than us, yeah, game changer. That's a core value. I would say that's a core value.
Because and I, like she said, because we were married young, we were like the only married couple. We were the married people amongst all our single friends. So it was weird. They wanna
come
go,
on, Sheena, let's go to the club.
Yeah, my wife's not having that. Or people invite you to stuff and be like, well, is my wife invited? Well, no, like, because they used to invite you as a single person. It's like, well, I can't go somewhere that would tell my wife she's not invited. Like, that's not working. So for the first couple of years in our marriage, it was definitely an interesting transition. But and seek guidance and reference wherever you can, be it from your pastor, be it from friends, be it from therapy, whatever you need to do to make your marriage work, do it.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much for that. Thank you for that wisdom, because again, that's something I need because I'm transitioning. So I'm come from a single parent home, and so she has a lot of sisters and brothers. So it's like me transitioning like the dad is gonna be a whole thing. And plus, I still want myself, trying to transition to be a husband and try to be provider and just make sure I'm there for her, covering her. So make sure I listen to God and give married friends like y'all too, let's give her that wisdom, that knowledge that I need to go forward, because in the day it's about growing and cultivating, also supporting one another, being that circle, that tribe, of people that or a village, of people that we can come and surround ourselves and be ourselves, but also learn from each other and grow at the same time and want each other to win. So, but again, I really want to thank y'all for being the first guest of our show for 2021. So y'all our first guest. So hopefully y'all come back soon. I'm gonna invite you to the wedding. We are doing it virtually, so I'm gonna invite y'all to that. So but I really thank y'all for being a guest on my show. Again, I admire y'all, respect y'all profoundly, and Jake always had a place in my heart, because what he did for my nonprofit, So, so and quick fact, I actually had a word for you. I was gonna get it to you a couple years ago. I had a word for you, but you didn't come down
at the library. At the library, right?
Yeah. It was like about three years ago. I had an award for you for coming to be my first. Yeah, I had an award for people that came to the first session. You can't. I had an award for you. So that was like 3 years ago now. So hopefully this year I get to this year. So,
if you still got it, I'd love to have it. I appreciate it.
Yes. Yes. So again, thanks for those who Instagram Live, Facebook Live for joining us, watching this. Hope y'all got something for just for them, because they've been doing it for a long time. And
yeah, this year will be 14
you want to support the businesses that we talk to them. They do real estate, contracting, interior design. So you need someone call. We talk to them. Let's support one another.
And insurance.
Yeah, support one another. So I want to let y'all go. Thank y'all so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy each other. For those in the audience watching, thank you for watching us, and enjoy your weekend and be safe. Just enjoy your life and just be grateful for everything. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.